You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV network. Now, the largest new media platform on the web and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith. Johnson.
The AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California. Presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AFTERBUZZ TV's Hart of Dixie After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's Hart of Dixie After Show.
Oh yeah. We've heard this song for 3 seasons and 19 episodes. This one called A Better Man. Welcome back to the Hart of Dixie After Show. I'm one of your hosts, Whitney Lane.
And I'm Michelle Renee, your other host.
And here we go. We're going to dive on into this episode, which we both commented.
Better?
It's getting good. It's
a better
getting
man
good.
and a better episode.
It is.
That's what I like.
They really, like, towards the end of the season, they're really wrapping things up, and they're making me like it more. I love it. I love
like
seeing
the fastness, the fast pace. Oh, okay.
I do, because it's like so slow sometimes that now at least we're getting a little more action.
A little more action, yeah, jam-packed.
And seeing these people kind of come back together, see the relationships evolve, I like that.
Yeah, but they're also starting new relationships, which I'm sure we'll discuss.
We
George,
sure will.
and it's like, okay, why are you starting that? And there's 3 episodes left. But anyway.
So let's start off with Lemon, because she's all torn up over Fancy's getting an A- in the health inspection. And this lady, who she's been on a lot of stuff. I think she was on Devious Maids, the one that plays the health inspector. Devious Maids, where she actually hung herself, which was interesting. She plays a little bit of a crazy. You know, she is a little crazy here, too. Like, she's all torn up over ballroom dancing and not having her partner. So, of course, Lemon... Are you good? Lemon kind of comes to the rescue like she always does, but really in a selfish way, because she's really trying to get something out of it.
Oh, that's the lady you were talking about. The whole time you were talking, I thought you were talking about the girl that George was with.
No. We're not there yet.
Okay,
we'll get there.
Right, we'll get
but
there.
yeah, the health inspector lady, Brick and her, something gonna happen?
I thought something was going to happen at first, but then when he had to like run off,
that was odd.
I think that was just the end of their storyline there.
You do?
Yes. And since when does Brick know how to ballroom dance? Is that something that I missed? Or?
No, I think that's just something we're learning about him.
Okay.
So he must be very talented at that. He probably, he grew up in the South. His parents probably put him in like ballroom dancing lessons. You never know.
Do you know how to ballroom dance?
No. Well, I did take cotillion though, so I learned the different like
the little two-step and not
two-step.
But you know, like,
a two-step. No, we weren't doing that in cotillion.
No, that's not what I meant. You know, the one where you like step to the left,
right.
Whatever.
But yeah, all those little things. We learned touches of ballroom dancing.
Okay.
So I guess he's got it, and they were kind of cute, and she was so excited. Did you think Lemon was gonna come out as the man?
I knew she was. Yeah.
I thought she was gonna try to get George. I don't know why. Thought, well, if Brick doesn't work out, I thought she'd go for the other guy that will do anything she asks. Didn't happen.
Which is George, yeah.
But she dressed up like a man and worked it.
I wouldn't think that they would like that in Bluebell.
It was just interesting, all for her health inspection score.
And we didn't see them compete at the competition either. Like, I expected us to see some of that, and there was none of that. I would have liked to have seen her cut a rug.
I guess it's more of like, watch how Lemon manipulates people and makes them feel special, and then gets what she wants. But unfortunately, that did not happen, because George has a new lady in his life who's supposed to be a Sunday school teacher, but acts like that.
But acts like,
That almost made me like,
you didn't like it?
Well, not if she's a Sunday school teacher and she's acting like she doesn't even care what the Reverend and his wife are doing for her, inviting her to their home and saying, oh, you should meet this boy. And then it's like, let's go.
So George told the Reverend that he was fantasizing about Lemon?
Not Lemon specifically, but did say that he had some sheep that kept coming into his fantasies. And so I think the Reverend
Well, that's a little bit awkward to...
Really, yeah. It was interesting.
Because I know Catholics, they have to like confess it just right there to the pastor, priest, or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
But that's a little bit... I don't know how that would be.
But it was interesting because it's like we kept thinking. I mean, last week I was like, George and Lemon, he still has something. There's something there. And so this lady cured him of all of those feelings.
I don't think so. I think he's still not cured. Because at the end, whenever she was holding up the
I think he is, though.
You think he is?
I think he's like, haha, I don't have those fantasies anymore.
Oh, so
She's
that's
annoying.
why he was laughing.
Yeah, he's laughing like, you're annoying me, when she wasn't before, even though she was still being who she was.
But I mean, that's just so like shallow, and it points back to George's character being so goofy this season, because it's like, when are you ever going to have a real connection with someone? Because clearly this girl just is going to blow out of town, like blow in and out of town, literally.
We don't know that. We do not know that.
That was speculation, but you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Like, I would have preferred to have seen him like at least be like, no, I'm still attached to Lemon.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I
don't care about him.
Yeah, I don't care about his relationships at this point. But I think, well, we'll save it for predictions, but something may happen next week. But anyways, I do think, I liked the girl. I thought she was kind of spunky and she was cute.
She was cute.
And like they go to bars, they got kicked out of 2 different places, and you know, I don't know. It was a fun night for him, and I think it's kind of like, that's what George is right now. Like, it felt like Tansy was going to be that kind of relationship where it's just quick, like, and over, and then this girl's just like you said, in and out of town.
George is the new Wade. They've kind of switched roles a little bit.
Could be. I think he's trying to figure out something.
I mean, he's had a lot of girls this season. Yeah. Has he? Or was it last season?
Well, it's
this season.
It's
Tansy. What was the other girl's name? Levon's cousin.
Oh, yeah.
He's had about 4 or 5.
Yeah. So we'll just see. Go, George. Oh, George. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see what happens, but it seems as if Lemon has gotten out of his mindset.
We'll see.
Then again, on a whole other spectrum, Wade is Mr. Sensitive.
He is.
So let's talk about it. Vivian, obviously he's sitting there thinking, like, Vivian hasn't returned my calls. Who does that, first of all? Like, you're in a relationship. Remember they left it at the car last time. It was very awkward. Didn't even kiss goodbye. And then it's like she's not calling. It's just weird. You're a grown woman with a child. At least give him the courtesy of saying, this is what's going on, and I'm trying to figure it out.
Well, that's the thing. I think she knew that it was going to break his heart, so she didn't want to have to face it.
And you know what's weird is seeing Wade in that position, because he's never been vulnerable. He's never felt rejected, because it's always one night stands. It's that sort of thing. The first person he felt, something for was Zoe, where he really was like, crap, I messed up. But it took him a while to realize it. Now he's seeing some girl be like, you're a great dude, but I'm going to go with my ex-husband.
Well, you know what they say.
What?
What goes around comes around, so.
Oh, it's kind of sad.
It is sad, but.
He tried so hard. I think that's the thing. That makes him, it makes you want him and Zoe even more, I think, seeing how hard he tried with.
Until he was mean to Zoe and blamed her.
Well, we'll get to that.
And then she's sitting there looking all sad. If that would have been me.
Because here's the thing, though. Zoe and Wade definitely have a different relationship. Wade has opened up. Zoe knows everything about his drunk dad, like everything. And she is that rock for him in a way where he's like, can you please help me? Can you please help me? And she's going to tell him what she thinks, even though she knows it's going to hurt him. But that's being a friend. And right now he's like, this is your fault. He knows it's not, but he's going to take it out on someone he's close to. You know? I think that's what it is.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, once you put it like that, that people sometimes do kind of like take it out on the one person that they, whose shoulder they should be crying on. But I'm just saying, I wouldn't have been able to take it as well as she did, because clearly she's going through stuff too. Like, she has recently broken up with her boyfriend, and she's still supporting him. Like, even though she didn't put in a good word for him. Like, okay.
Why would you, though? You know, it's like, that shouldn't be her job, and I think that's his problem right there. It's like, she's saying, no, I didn't do it. But that's not the reason Vivian left you. It's because Zoe didn't tell her. It's like...
She left you because she didn't want to be with you.
Right. She wanted something else. She wanted a life with her family, with her high school love of 15 years, and the one that is the father to her son. Child. It only makes sense. But I didn't expect it.
And who has a better job. I don't know if that's a factor, too. But she's like, this is a really good job. Like, ooh, was that a little bit of shade against...
Were you surprised that they're moving away? I didn't think that Vivian was going to be out of the picture.
I thought she was going to be out of the picture.
But I mean in terms of the show. Like, if they're moving away, we're not going to see Vivian and Harley very often. If at all anymore. You know what I mean? But I like it. I mean, I think Zoe saw... No wonder Vivian's questioning it, because when you see her with their son getting stitches, that's a family. And although Wade tried so hard, he was so sweet, he was romantic to her, it's still not like that comfortable first love type of feeling for her, I think.
Yeah. I mean, I think like we've seen her the entire season kind of put her son before herself. Maybe this is another example of that, of how she sees Harley with his dad and how she sees this complete family picture of them together. So maybe that's also influencing her decision because she wants her son to grow up with his dad.
I'm sure. And I'm sure that, you know, I don't know. I just think she probably wants... She wants what she imagines in her mind to be right, you know, and Wade kind of messes that up.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I don't think we're going to see this because I don't think that anyone really cares, but I would love to see if their relationship actually like lasts or if he like walks out on the family again. But I don't think we'll ever see that.
We won't, but I think that if they're leaving, it's done, you know.
Yeah.
They're like going to be, we'll pretend they're together forever.
They can have a happily ever
But
after.
yeah, so Wade, he comes and confides in Zoe. He's looking for Levon at the beginning because he wants to talk to him, but Zoe's the one there. And it's like, it's a little bit weird because I don't see as much chemistry between them right now. I guess they've kind of pushed that aside because it's more like, tell me what your relationship problems are. I'll help. And that's odd to see them in that sort of relationship.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
And that's why I wonder if, okay, I just have to say it. If this camping trip where it's George, Zoe, Lemon, and Wade, it seems as if they're all together. If it's to set up George and Zoe.
They are not going to go there.
I hope not, but like, I really hope not. But like, where is that chemistry with Wade and Zoe? And how weird is it to come back from dating your cousin very seriously to come back and be like, it was you all along I wanted? Is that realistic? Not really to me at this point. He acted so in love with Vivian. I literally think it was genuine.
Yeah, but that's because I think he's a good actor.
Yeah, you don't.
Well, I mean, Wade's really impressed me. What's his real name? I don't know.
Wilson Bethel.
Wilson Bethel. He's a really good actor. That's what I
agree.
noticed during this episode. I'm like, he's like one of the better actors on the show.
For sure.
But I mean, we've seen that the show isn't that realistic, and like I agree that if I liked a guy and he had dated my cousin and then my cousin left, it would kind of be like an elephant in the room.
Except the thing is, I guess it makes it easy because
she's not there anymore. She's not going to care, and she's not in town. She's not going to see them like walking around.
And she knows that Zoe and Wade were together in the beginning. That she asked Zoe, "Is this weird for you?" Like, you know, I guess they've already kind of done it though. Dated each other, the cousins. Yeah, you know, because it was Zoe first, and then dating her cousin. So if it goes back, I guess. Who cares? I just wonder how they're going to do that.
I almost think that they're going to do that. We're not going to see a full reconciliation. We're going to see kind of a glimpse at a reconciliation.
Like a kiss.
Yeah. And then fade to black.
So we think.
Yeah. You know, it's not going to be like, oh, we're going out, we're dating again. Like, it's just going to be like, okay, this moment of like, okay, well, I've loved you all along. I've loved you too. Let's make this work. You made me better. I made you better. Yada yada, blase blase.
Yeah, I mean, I can see where you're going with that. I do like how Zoe is closer to her family though. She ends up at the hospital with Harley's, you know, stitches. She's watching him when they go to find a place in Louisiana. Like, it's good. It seems like everything's working in her life, except the whole relationship thing.
And we still have to see Joel come back too, because remember that's one of our predictions that he's gonna pop up somewhere.
Yeah.
Episode after next.
Right. We only have 3 left, so he's got to come at some point. And then that's when she's falling for someone else. Oh, no. We don't know what's really going to happen, but we sure think we do.
We do.
Y'all let us know what you think, right? Go to iTunes, rate and comment. Let us know if you think Joel's going to come back, if Wade and Zoe are going to end up together. It's all good stuff. Lots of storylines to pick from. So let's talk about Annabeth and Levon, because that was an interesting storyline. What is it with them?
I don't know. I don't think that's over.
You don't?
No.
Right? That's what I said
Today
last
there
time.
was a lot of flirtation.
There's still something. Why do you care that much that you're going to have, like, while the owls are doing this mayor roast or whatever, that you're going to make the bells are going to end up doing
Well,
it?
the bell, in her defense, it wasn't her idea.
Right, but she went with it, which I think is a little petty to an extent. Like, why go with that when you know it's going to be the same day? Like, why? Why do you care that much to, like, ruin what he's doing?
Well, that happened after he showed up at her house and was like, oh, I was going to apologize and now I don't want to anymore.
I know, but it's still so like...
Yeah, it to me was a little, especially when they were on the porch, because she had this smile on her face, kind of like she was like trying to like hold back a grin, and maybe that was just somebody had said something funny before they shot the scene. I don't know. But to me, it kind of reminded me of like when you're in elementary school and you like the boy, and the boy likes you, so he like pulls your pigtails, or he like hits you and then runs.
It's mean to you because he likes you.
Yeah, because he likes you. So that's what I was getting. The kind of like, we really like each other, and that's why we're gonna try to sabotage each other, but really we want to be with each other, and I don't know.
At least they ended on a good note. But I did think the dancing numbers were interesting. I liked Roar. I liked the bells.
I liked the bells dance. The guys dance.
It's a little goofy, right?
Yeah.
Them singing and dancing. Oh, I wonder how long that took. That had to have taken some time to get, you know, all those different dudes trying to do the right steps. That was funny. But I guess what ended up bringing them back together and kind of reconciling was Tom.
And Wanda's baby.
Wanda's acting cray-cray.
She is. But I like her crazy.
We see a different side
of her.
I like
Wanda with an edge.
We see her acting a lot more, like just you see more from her. She's trying to have a baby, so don't get in her way of ovulating and getting in her husband's pants.
So I think they're going to have a baby. I think that's definitely one of my predictions.
I
mean, with the end of the season right around the corner, we can't help but to predict things throughout the show. So
yeah, weddings, babies, relationships.
But no, I think that because she's like fingers crossed, and so I think that'll definitely be an ending on a good note. And we're pregnant.
Yeah, the little cute couple that everyone likes.
They're gonna have a little ginger baby, and
yeah, they are. Tom, he seems so young. Did you see their house too? He had like
it was like
the outer space in the background of his bed. So
weird. So it's kind of a little bit uncomfortable to think about them.
They're just odd. I mean, they've got goats running around. You know what I mean? They're just weird, but they work for each other.
Yeah, they're so cute.
It's interesting. Oh no. I don't know.
I guess we'll see.
Any other things from this episode?
Not that I can think of.
I think we covered it pretty well.
We did?
Okay, well, let's get into a little bit of news and gossip. Not too much.
AfterBuzz TV News.
They did do a preview for LA Rangers throughout the show today. There was a commercial, so make sure to check that out online. But also, happy birthday to Jamie King last week.
Yeah.
So, 35. She's rocking it. She's looking good.
She's looking great.
And that's all the news and gossip we have, you guys. So, on to predictions.
That we've already done.
And now,
we'll get there, though. There's
your
more.
AfterBuzz TV predictions.
I mean, what do you
first.
think? Well, go. You go.
I need a second to get my thoughts together.
It is difficult.
Okay, already predicted. Mine is just so cookie cutter, though, and clearly it's not going to happen like this, but I predict that George still likes lemon.
Okay.
Zoe and Wade, definitely. Wanda's pregnant.
Okay.
And Levon and AB. Something's going to happen there.
Okay. I think so. They show us a camping trip, which it seems like it's just going to be Wade and Lemon like besties. And I swear, if something happens between Wade and Lemon and George and Zoe instead of the right way, it very well could happen for them to throw us off.
I always thought that there was something that was going to happen between Lemon and...
I hate it, though, and I really hope
Wade.
it doesn't. Unless it's super drunkenly... That's the only way I think it could happen.
That's just so sloppy.
And I really hope it doesn't. But I think she's like, Wade, let me take you out. Let me be there for you. 'Cause he's still a little upset with Zoe. You see it when he's leaving the house. I do think George and Zoe are going to have some sort of heart-to-heart. Because they're left alone. Something's got to be.
A heart-to-heart maybe, but not
closure from their relationship. No, but they never sat down and really talked about it, did they? I don't know. And maybe she'll talk to him about Lemon, and maybe that's what happens. But I think it's going to be weird. And I don't think it's going to be Zoe and Wade this episode as much as Lemon and Wade and George and Zoe spending the time together. Not necessarily anything happening, but it's going to be a little disappointing, I think, for that. Because I'm ready for Zoe and Wade. The other thing is, I did see some pictures for next few episodes, but Annabeth's still dating that dude. So he's still there. He's going to be in a couple more episodes. So I don't know when Levon's going to say, crap.
Or when is Levon going to say he loves Lemon?
I know, right? We're still waiting on that, and I think something's going on with that. I see little pictures, but I don't really know what's happening, but it's possible.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess we'll see.
We got 3 more weeks, you guys. till the end of Hart of Dixie Season 3. So thanks for tuning in with us. My name's Whitney Lane. You can find me on Twitter at Whitney Lane Fern and on my website, whitney-lane.com.
My name is Michelle Renee, and you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Michelle Renee TV.
And we will see y'all next week.
We will.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.